So for folks who are not sure about getting vaccinated, before I say anything, I like to ask them what their concerns are. People have very different concerns. For some people, it's about the science. You know, the world has never seen a vaccine come on the scene as fast as this. It comes at a time with, I would say, unprecedented deregulation and distrust in government. And that combination of factors is understandably scary for folks. So with those people, I talk about the fact that the mRNA vaccine technology has really been around for decades now. That's the technology behind the vaccines that we currently have. I talk about the success of phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3 trials. And then finally, we're at a point right now where, you know, most developed countries have millions of people vaccinated, including ours, and it's going quite well. That's the kind of thing I talk about with folks who have concerns about the science and about the speed with which this vaccine was developed. For a lot of people, though, it's not about the science. You know, folks feel healthy enough that they don't need it. Some folks feel that they live an isolated enough life that they don't need it. And to them, I really talk about that we're not going to end the global pandemic until we have good population immunity. And that's really the key to opening businesses back up, to getting schools back in session. And to those who feel that they are sort of live alone enough that they don't need it, you know, I just ask them where they get their groceries. None of us really live alone. Until we're at a point where the virus doesn't have any place to go, we're going to be living with this pandemic. And really the secret to ending the pandemic is to make it so that the virus doesn't have a place to jump to anymore. So for long-term side effect issues, I think it's helpful to talk about the mRNA vaccine technology that was used. Again, that technology has been around for decades, and we have lots of evidence to suggest that it is safe. I think, though, that some of this is not really about data. It's about the unknown. And there is no way to get past some level of uncertainty with the vaccine. Nobody has had this specific vaccine for 10 years. And so there is some unknown and some uncertainty, and I understand that. I think, though, that has to be measured against the risk of COVID. The risk of COVID in the individual, in the community, and the impact, not just in Central Oregon, but globally and nationally. I think today the news story is about 500,000 dead. But there's a lot more to this than just fatalities. Everybody has sacrificed so much. That sacrifice, we can move on. We can shed these masks at some point once we have large-scale population immunity.